Let's see. You guys ready? Black Desert dev updates featuring furniture buffs and life skills. Black Desert. Okay. Let's start.
Greetings, adventurers. I am JaykunVT, director of Black Desert Live Service. It's been a couple of months since our last video. Everyone in the studio, including us, is hard at work on developing and servicing Black Desert.
Okay.
I hope all the adventurers are having fun and meaningful experiences as well. We don't have any big updates to share today, but we wanted to take some time to tell you all what we're currently up to and share our thoughts with you. We'd especially like to discuss two hot topics like class balance and new outfits, and share what we've been working on.
Class balance, okay. Hot topic, yeah.
And on top of this, we would like to introduce content and updates we're preparing before the summer update.
Okay, so like a roadmap? We do like roadmaps.
Now, let's go over them one at a time. Greetings, I'm Wansu Yang, head of Black Desert Game Design. First is on changes to furniture buffs. Furniture buffs are an important part of our game. However, it's cumbersome since you have to visit your houses each time to activate them.
It's not too bad right now because of the guild manor, but if you don't have one, totally understandable. Yeah.
Via maids or furniture installation in campsites. We were also thinking furniture buffs are in need of improvements, so we reviewed various methods mentioned in feedback. This, however, was not easy to implement, since furniture was designed to be installed at residences and was tied to the durability system. Our goal is to address your inconveniences, even if it takes some time, but we found that there isn't a straightforward
solution. It's a nice residence. I've always wanted to decorate my residence like really nicely.
Using guild manor furniture. Due to the challenges,
that's kind of how we've been circumventing it. Is guild manor.
Such inconveniences wasn't the way to go. Thus, while keeping existing methods,
I do feel like the guild, whoever's maintaining the manor, depending on how many guildies there are, they have to be very meticulous about updating and removing all the furniture stuff and then replacing them with like full durability ones. That's a pretty big responsibility for the guild owner. Yeah.
Plan to add a way to convert furniture buffs into scrolls. Converting furniture buffs into scrolls allows trading and circulation through the central market.
Definitely seems a lot more convenient.
Priority remains on ensuring uses for guild members at manors or personal use.
Oh, can everybody do it? I just thought it was the person who owned the manor. Truppy. Okay.
So, only stuffed furniture obtained through hunting can be converted. The burden of maintaining personal furniture grew too large when the Golden Pig Cave was added after the Ulakita monster zones, and the guild manor is inaccessible from Ataraxion. We wish to swiftly provide convenient alternatives to lessen the frustration from this. All furniture crafted via hunting will yield remnants of mystic beasts.
Okay, new item.
So, you can now combine remnants of mystic beasts and exclusive parchment purchasable with silver and a lightstone to craft a scroll that grants the furniture
another use for lightstones.
The important thing to note here is that the resulting scroll
right now there's tons of lightstones
on the type of lightstone used.
I wonder if they'll cover some lightstone updates in the future.
If you use one
it's been a while. Guys, if you guys don't know, Mountains of Eternal Winter introduced the lightstone system 2022, right? So it's been a hot minute since they've made any changes to it.
Stone of Fire Rage, the resulting scroll.
It'd be nice to see some new lightstone combos.
Effect.
I feel like the same ones are
if lightstone
constantly used all the time.
Is used, the resulting scroll will have evasion increase effect instead of AP increase. In short, you can use various lightstones.
Okay, so basically they're making every furniture viable, right? Because some furnitures don't get used too much, right? Like the maximum HP one. Most people use the AP one, etc., or the evasion one, right? So this basically makes all of them useful, right?
Tailored buff scrolls. This system was designed to bring more meaning to those who enjoy hunting. Currently, demand is centered around furniture with AP increase, relatively decreasing the value of other furniture. Hence, we've made it so that all furniture made from hunting will yield remnants of mystic beasts as raw materials. And we've balanced the value of these furniture by
I
varying
imagine
the
hunting
scroll
is going to get
effects
a
based on the
improvement
type of limestone
in like
used.
money per hour, right?
And we told you that the parchment required can be purchased with silver. This can be substituted with yellow-grade supreme hide, which you can also get from hunting. So, those of you who like to hunt will be able to save some
I
of
think
the
I have a lot of
costs.
those
It took a while
hides,
because I
the
wanted
yellow
to
grade
give you
hides.
examples
Pretty sure I have a bunch of
crafting
those.
the scrolls. It's not perfect, but it's definitely much more convenient than the current system. So, we hope this is a meaningful change. We plan to implement this on May 28th.
May 28th,
So
okay.
we hope you look forward to it. We'll keep discussing on how to lessen the burden of buffs and give you more freedom of choice. We've got more news that ties into our buff discussion. Soon, adventurers will be able to see all their active buff effects at a glance with a new unified
Oh, they're changing the buff UI? That's good.
Until now, you
Please.
could only easily track item drop rate increase, while other buffs, especially life and consumable buffs, were scattered across different windows, forcing you to do the math yourself. Family-wide effects, food buffs, elixirs, scrolls, you had to hop between panels just to keep tabs on everything. But now, as you can see on the screen,
Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, it looks like, I can't read Korean, but I'm assuming one of these is like, you know, XP. One of these is probably like drop rate or something like that. Looks like this is combat XP here. This looks like life skill. Maybe this bottom one with the fish is like your fishing XP. So that definitely makes it a lot more convenient for adding everything up in-game, right? Rather than having to do the math yourself. That's
the
great.
upcoming unified UI will group every buff by category. So you can manage them on the fly and use them at the perfect moment, giving you a smoother and more flexible gameplay experience. The next topic is in a similar context. It's about how attack and defense points are shown. At the moment, most combat specs only displays gear AP and DP
Yeah, the sheet
in the
AP, DP.
equipment window. This simple system worked when the game first launched. But now, with more complex content, like Node Wars and Conquest War, that require certain setups, and the growing importance of detailed stats for monster zones, things have changed. When all sorts of effects are applied, the gap between displayed and actual stats is becoming more noticeable. Sure, you can get more detailed info from the My Stats,
My
in the
Stats menu,
equipment
yeah.
window. But since most game stats rely on displayed AP and DP, it's not exactly easy to check everything. As you can see,
Are they unifying
you'll
this
be
too?
able to toggle your equipment window display.
Let's see here. Oh, okay, so they're just putting the total AP here. So you don't have to like add it up. Okay.
Between gear scores
Yeah,
and
because before you pretty much had to add up, like I would say, hey, like add up this number. You know, in the My Stats menu, it would be like add up this total number plus your monster AP. So are they adding all of that together for us?
total stats. The total stats view will automatically include your gear AP DP, plus all active
Okay.
buffs combined.
Yeah, there we go. So this does mean, because food gives you like monster AP, elixirs, also like all AP, perfume, some more AP, campsite buffs. So it seems like they're adding all of that and displaying it here. That's good. Yeah.
You can also directly select and apply extra AP
Yeah, it looks like,
against
yeah, it seems like it's confirmed. Yeah, see this over 1,000 AP. Mhm.
monsters and extra damage to races.
Oh, with the
There are
races
3
too.
types of
Interesting.
extra damage to races, which requires manual calculation. But this hassle will be resolved with the update. The updated
okay.
stat info display isn't just for the equipment window.
Oh, these
It
the
will
blue
sync
and
to
red
the
and green one.
DP
Okay.
readout in the top left corner.
I don't
of
use
your
this.
screen,
I don't use this
and the
UI.
Monster Zone info.
I just use the
UI.
original UI.
This means you can compare the required stats for each monster zone with your total stats.
You can change how races you want to be. Brenos.
Make it easier to prepare for the combat.
I
Down
see.
the line, we expect the total stats view to become the default. But since we're all used to gear scores, that is, displayed AP and DP, We believe we should transition gradually with a selectable option rather than changing everything at once.
Okay, so they're going to give us the option to just have the original UI and the new UI is what I'm understanding?
Once everyone's comfortable and loving the new display, we'll consider making it the default.
Okay.
We think this change will be beneficial for seasoned adventurers in terms of convenience.
Yeah, information is important. I wonder how detailed it will be, because I would love to see my total, let's say, back attack damage, right? Like total crit damage, total down attack damage, like all those extra stuff, total special attack damage, right? I would love to see all those extra details. So we'll see how detailed this new UI will be.
Or those just getting the hang of things, it's a change that helps them understand the game better.
Crit rate too, right? For the most part, a lot of us are just manually calculating crit rate. So if we could see the crit rate on some abilities, or how much we're like supposed to be adding, like let's say they give us our total crit rate, we could just put it onto our skill. Like if our skill has base 30% crit rate, we just add it to the stat we see on the window. That would be nice.
Get a clearer picture of their build and plan their strategy. We'll keep focusing on these aspects moving forward. The update for StatView Sync is set for next week, April 30.
Okay, 30th. Okay, that's next week.
And the feature to view all buffs at once is expected to arrive by mid-May.
Mid-May, okay, so a couple weeks after.
Now,
not too bad.
Let's talk about some upcoming Lifeskill changes. Since the fishing overhaul on November 13th last year, we've been steadily patching all life activities. Compared to around this time last year, way more adventurers are diving into life content.
One day, maybe damage numbers. Yeah, it's actually already in the game. If you've ever been in the global app servers, Brenos, you can turn on the damage numbers, but it seems like they don't want to put it on live servers for whatever reason. Finally, my sailors can fish for me. Oh, is that what they're adding soon? Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yes.
Thanks to its relaxed and AFK-friendly nature.
That's a lot of people. Totally.
We're planning more tweaks to ensure other Lifeskill activities can shine in their own ways. Today, we'll share a few of those updates with you. First up is training, a popular AFK option alongside fishing. We've been thinking
they just got some buffs recently, right? Are they improving it even more?
Ways to boost your earnings.
Okay, let's see how.
Right now, when you capture a wild horse, there's only a very small
they made everything like
chance
baseline tier 6 and above.
7 instead of tier 6. Soon, you'll also be able to obtain
tier 8
instead of tier 6-7. Wild horses you capture are currently limited to levels 1 to 10. But that range will expand to levels 1 to 20.
Wait, so you can,
this means
you can literally get a horse and just send it to the glue factory immediately. That's crazy.
Even skip the growth stage and jump right into Imperial delivery or breeding.
You've never got a T7 in like 300 catches? How low is it? Maybe it'll be a lot more, a lot higher after the changes, and then it will be the T8 that's low chance.
We're also planning to introduce new wild horses to spice things up. These horses will grow twice as slow as before, but their Imperial delivery price will be 3 or 4 times higher.
Oh, special horses, Imperial delivery. Oh, okay. So it's just like an AFK training horse to be selling. Okay.
There's also a very small chance of capturing a female horse with a breeding count of 4.
Of 4? I think baseline is 2, right? So you basically have twice the amount of ratings. Okay.
Keep an eye out for these new wild horses coming soon. Next up is the contribution points and node investment system. Right now, CP requirements for node investments are still based on old trait root.
Oh, is male 2 and females 1? Ah, I see. Choice 1, hello, hi. We're just looking over the Black Desert developer update that just came out over the last day. So we're just reacting to it now. We're at the horse trading part right now. So 4 breeding on the female, that's going to be huge if you catch like a T8.
Data, which isn't very efficient anymore. To fix this, we'll be lowering contribution point costs across the board. Major nodes like gateways.
So we're going to save even more CP. I honestly have not been utilizing as like I want to say I have like extra like 50 CP that I've not been using. So I'm going to get even more. I need to start utilizing my CP because that's basically free money.
But general nodes will see a big drop in their requirements. This means fewer points are needed for the node itself, but you'll need points for investing in production nodes within. For housing, the required contribution points will be capped at 5 points, no matter what. Cities such as Grana, which previously required up to 8 points for
Grana used to cost so much CP, like 8 points to get one of the bigger houses, right? So yeah, that's going to save a lot of points.
a house will now be adjusted to 5 points or less. By lowering the overall CP requirements, we aim to give
Okay, Brenna, that's not what we mean by it.
adventurers more flexibility in how they allocate their points. We'll also be introducing new production nodes to areas which previously didn't have any, such as Ulekita.
Oh, they're adding nodes to Ulekita, okay.
For hard-to-find materials, such as the Monk's Branch. Additionally, we're planning to add worker lodging in Musgar.
I've always thought Ulekita was like an incomplete zone, personally, because like whenever I think of like new zone releases, I think of like new, just like everything, right? But I felt like Ulekita didn't have as much as like, let's say, I don't know, like Land of Morning Light and whatnot. I guess it did have a storyline, but I just felt like it was like not as big as the other expansions. It definitely had some really nice grind spots though.
Regarding the maximum...
But yeah, it was missing a lot of like the nodes, right? Like Land of Morning Light had nodes. Didn't really have new consumables. I guess had new pieces of gear, but that was pretty much it.
Amount of contribution points, we've been giving a lot of thought to it. There's a lot to take into account, but we'll provide updates as soon as we finalize our plans. Next up, we'll cover ocean content additions. It's a feature announced during the last Calfian Ball. We're adding an auto-fishing feature for Carracks. A new fishing slot will be added to the Manage Sailors UI. Assign a sailor here, and it will activate the new fishing feature. The cabins
how much extra silver you're going to get just from... Because I'm assuming this is going to be used mainly while you're bartering, right? So I'm wondering how much extra silver you can get while bartering.
Changes. Once you install a fishing rod in the new Carrack equipment slot, Creo will take over fishing duties while you sail.
Creo? Wait, will we be able to see Creo on our boat? That's gonna be cute.
While you sail. To obtain the new Carrack fishing rod, complete the suggested quest, Otter Barterer, which will then let you accept a simple quest from Creo in Velia regarding the fishing rod. Complete this quest and you'll be able to exchange Crow coins via Creo for the new rod. We made sure to make this fishing rod easily acquirable, especially for seafaring veterans.
Carrack
For a
fishing
deeper
rod.
dive into this fishing while sailing feature, it won't be affected by your fishing mastery.
Oh.
And the prize fish capture rate is fixed.
I don't think I like that. Wait, it's not affected by... What is it affected by? It's just a fixed value?
At
I wonder how good it will be if it's not affected by fishing.
Any fish
mastery.
hauled up by Creo will go straight into your character's inventory. Any fish tanks in your inventory will take precedence as before. Note that fishing will stop when your Carrack is stationary. Next up, Alchemy. We're planning significant changes in the long term, but for now, we're addressing what we can in the meantime. First, we'll adjust the weights of elixirs. Green grade elixirs currently weigh 0.5 LT and blue grades 0.7 LT. Compared to food items, they're much heavier, often causing alchemy lifeskillers to become overburdened.
Okay, so they're reducing it by how much?
To 0.2 LT.
Okay.
Greatly
So you can
alleviating
craft basically
weight
twice
burden
as much.
when crafting and storing them.
Okay.
For crafting Imperial Alchemy boxes, we felt the costs of ingredients outweighed overall profit. So, we'll reduce the number of elixirs required for the boxes.
Okay, so it's going to be more profitable to do the Imperial
Guru's
Delivery.
medicine
Okay.
box
Does
will
anyone
need
do
only
Imperial Delivery? Like, how is it in comparison to cooking right now? Like, is it like overall worse than handing in cooking boxes?
6 elixirs instead of 9. For higher grade elixirs, the required amount will be reduced
It's bad
from
right now?
3
Okay,
to
okay.
2. We'll regularly
Well, it
review
seems like they're reducing the amount of... Like, you're going to get this much more income, right? So let's say they reduce it from 9 to 6. So does that mean you're getting like a 33% increase? I'm bad at math, but you know what I mean, right? Is it that much of an increase in the value of the boxes, right?
For higher grade elixirs,
You basically lose money for Imperial Alchemy. That's not good. Well, hopefully these changes will make you now make a profit. Hopefully.
The required amount will be reduced from 3 to 2. We'll regularly review and consider future pricing adjustments if needed. Lastly, hunting content. As mentioned, furniture buffs will be made into scrolls, and we'll be adjusting the actions when equipping a matchlog for quality of life improvements. You'll be able to reload while sprinting. You'll also be able to immediately sit while moving by pressing Q. We'll also increase the reload speed after rolling.
Wait, is this a new outfit? What outfit is this?
Further add to a less restrictive and comfortable hunting experience. As for the transport feature in town storage, since completing the Magnus quest line allows remote access to all towns, that feature has become large.
But that's not a Deadeye, is it?
Sit while moving.
That looks like a male character.
By pressing Q. We'll also increase the reload speed after rolling. We hope
because that looks like a striker
to a less restrictive and comfortable hunting experience. As for the transport feature in town storage, since completing the Magnus quest line allows remote access to all towns, that feature has become largely obsolete. Thus, we're planning to increase the number of trade wagons used for transporting trade goods. For now, there are 5 normal wagons and 1 trade wagon. So we're looking at 4 to 5
I never used the
and
trade wagon
the total number of normal wagons all around. These are quite a few minor updates. Lifeskill related updates are set to be continuously implemented throughout May. By improving each piece of content in such a manner, we hope that every aspect of Lifeskill content will come to serve its unique purpose.
Alright, I've had enough. I can't do City of the Dead. I don't care about the treasure piece. Oh no, Misa. Did the City of the Dead piece escape you? It's just, man. It's your last piece, right? Yeah, how many hours are you in now, Misa?
Up next is something many of our adventurers have been waiting for, the final chapter of
the final
AdvGG.
chapter.
This May 28th, the final Gladius will be coming to Black Desert.
May 28th? So like, is it like another party grand spot or like a party boss? May 28th?
Ataraxian Saga began in June 2nd, 2021. After 5 long years of epic storytelling, the final chapter is upon us.
Are we finally
We'd
facing
like to thank all our
Illezra?
adventurers who embraced Ataraxian's unique atmosphere and cooperative gameplay. In this final encounter, there awaits someone who's been there since we first
Someone,
stepped
of
into
course.
Black Desert.
Of course. It's Illezra,
You'll be
of course.
facing
Yes.
the White Witch, Illezra herself, to make for a
You don't know the
unique
story, Speedy?
encounter, unlike previous Ataraxian
Do you happen to be a really fast reader by chance, Speedy? Do you have...
bosses. Illezra will
Same,
meet
all
you
BDO
in a
players are fast
one-on-one
readers, you know?
battle. Throughout the story of Black Desert, Illezra is revealed to bear countless black spirits on her person. She will draw from that power to unleash overwhelming assaults.
Okay.
The fight will challenge you with the powerful illusions you may have faced during your class's
Oh, wait,
Succession
we're gonna
quest
fight
line.
Succession.
Adventurers
We're gonna
will
fight
need to
players? Like
maneuver these
NPC
illusions
players?
to destroy powerful objects in the vicinity, to weaken Illezra during battle.
Okay.
As for the difficulty of the fight, you can expect Black Shrine Calamity 10 levels. Even for veteran adventurers, this battle will require a fair amount of challenge and focus. We hope to bring you a combat experience worthy of Ataraxian's finale. And the message Illezra leaves for our adventurers is not a simple farewell, but a link that will continue the main story.
Damn, okay, this is Edania, right?
Not a simple farewell.
I think she might be probably the next part of her story happens in Edania or something like that, right?
Well, but a link that will continue.
Dude, these screenshots are beautiful. Where is this? Is this like the castle? I don't think this is the castle yet, right? But it looks like a castle here.
Continue the main story in
Okay, this is definitely the castle.
To Edania, the realm of demons. Through the final Gladius, we hope all adventurers will experience firsthand what truth Illezra shall reveal and the story she will leave behind. We'd like to express our gratitude once again to the adventurers who've journeyed through Ataraxian. We are working hard and making sure the climatic battle will remain a
dude.
memorable.
Dude, that's pretty. Wait. Go back. Oh my god, that looks really cool. What kind of a monster is this? Kind of looks like a dragon. Is this like are we fighting like one of the like the Labresca? Is this like Labresca or something? What's happening?
One to behold. That's it for today's update recap. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I'd like to talk about 2 more things before we wrap up. First up is the ongoing balance
The balance patch, okay.
The main goal of this patch is to give a solid boost to classes that are currently underperforming in PvE. And to change how they're perceived, making a real difference in how they feel to play. In the past, when it comes to balance patches, we've usually taken a conservative approach. That was mostly to avoid unexpected issues and account for differences in adventurer skill levels. So, we've always been cautious when going live with changes. When balance tweaks go wrong, the risks are significant, which is why we've played it safe. But as we kept doing this, even after multiple adjustments, many adventurers still felt like the changes weren't enough.
Yeah, because that's what I've kind of... It feels very like... what's the word for it? Like in the past, it was very gradual, right? But now that they're doing bolder changes, it's still bad. So I'm like, what do they do? I would hate to be in their shoes right now.
To the point where some even wondered whether anything had changed. This time, unlike before, we took a bolder approach. To make sure the changes really stood out.
They definitely stood out.
We clearly buffed weaker classes and toned down overpowered ones to balance everything across the board. Narrowing the gap between them. At the start of this patch cycle, we described it as a seismic shift to show just how big the changes would be. However, even though we run tons of tests and review a lot of data, players often perform way better than expected. That gap's something we've come to expect, and we've seen it happen before, so we always keep it in mind. So this time, while pushing for meaningful changes, we said we'd make quick adjustments if any updates turned out stronger than expected.
That was something they prefaced at the very beginning of this balance period.
And we followed through on that. That meant some classes got buffed one week, then nerfed the next.
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot of like, oh, like I remember Hugh. There was a clip on Hugh. Maybe I'll insert the clip here. Okay, editor Jay, if you see this, insert the clip of Hugh right now.
They should have started Marine Fuel event 3 weeks ago. I used already 500 Marine Fuel because they keep nerf buff, nerf buff, nerf buff. 50 times. They did 50 times. I lost 500 Marine Fuel.
Thank you so much. Your input made our daily patch review sessions more meaningful and productive. It helped us figure out what we still need to work on and where to improve. Following this week's live patch, next week we'll update Berserker Succession and Awakening, Striker Succession, Tamer Awakening, Sorceress Awakening, Valkyrie Succession, Maywar Succession, and Nova Awakening for PvE.
Nova Awakening.
That patch will mark the end of this season's balance patch cycle. Of course, this doesn't mean balance updates are stopping at all. It just means the major wave of changes will be done, and after that, we'll continue with our usual mix of smaller and larger tweaks.
Okay.
We're also closely watching the classes that were nerfed.
So like Warrior,
If we find that more tweaks are needed beyond those mentioned,
okay, so you guys might get rebuffed again.
As for Dosa and Deadeye, their Abyssal Legacy, that is, Magnus skills, haven't been added yet. They're currently in development, and we'll roll them out once the next patch is done. We'll make sure they're fun and well designed.
Okay, I really hope they go back and look at some of the other Magnus skills for fun and well designed, because I kind of want to point out the Wusa one, not very fun or well designed, just pointing it out.
Today, we mostly focused on PvE, but would like to let you know that we have specific plans for PvP as well. As you all know, class balance is crucial in PvP. But it's not the only thing that matters.
What is the worst one? I can show you when I log in.
Things like
after this.
resistance, which we talked about at the last ball. Differences in mouse movement skill levels, and whether or not players use it at all, are all key factors we're carefully considering. PvP balancing
Armin.
isn't just about class tweaks. It needs a broader system-level approach, which is why we're taking our time to get it right. Instead of rushing it out, we've actually been working on it for a while now, and we'll make sure to share more details with you soon.
Okay, well, we'll see.
In the meantime, we'll keep releasing regular patches. Balance patches are tied directly to how each class performs, so no matter how carefully we plan them, there's always going to be some emotional response. The way we handle this patch reflects what we've learned from the past experiences, and the conclusion we've drawn from those experiences. We approached it with a clear purpose, though we know it might not have fully met everyone's expectations. We'll keep analyzing the results and studying your feedback to come up with better, well thought out updates. The patches changing so drastically each week may have felt overwhelming or even stressful to some, but we're truly grateful to everyone who gave honest feedback during this time.
Yes, guys, there's a feedback Discord. And so right now they're taking feedback up until the 28th. So if you want to send in some feedback, follow their format of how they have it there, and make sure you word it very like specifically. Don't just say, oh, more damage or like more attack speed or cast speed. I think those are those won't be like very well considered. And so you make sure you explain like in detail, like what kind of buffs you want. So for example, let's say you want something like a cooldown reduction on certain skills, right? So, you know, you want this, there's a bit of clunkiness between this skill and its flow because of the mismatched cooldowns or something like that. Or let's say there's a weak skill, right? The Magnus skill, I'm going to explain it here later, that it's not very useful. And so you like for it to be improved so that it is more usable in you know, practical and combat and stuff like that. So be very specific with your feedback.
As a small thank you, with next week's patch, we'll be giving all adventurers a secret scroll of pure equilibrium and full weapon exchange coupons. Of course, we know that perfecting the patch means more than any rewards we...
Next week. This is not next week. This is next month. Maybe they met next month.
Could give. That's our job and responsibility after
May 30th
all.
is next month.
That said, we hope these items come in handy. We'll keep giving it our all until the end. Next up, some news about tomorrow. A brand new outfit is launching. As for outfits, a lot of adventurers have been asking for simpler, more casual styles for a while now.
Casual styles. Okay, so another casual outfit?
So, this time, we've gone with a really clean and simple look. It's a basic white t-shirt and jeans combo.
Oh. Okay, let's see. Okay. Is that Dosa? Oh, it's Wusa. Right? Oh my god, dude. My Wusa's gonna look so good. Well, of course, Dosa looking handsome as always. It's the Shy! Guys, it's the Shy update. Wutaru, you've been asking for Shy buffs. Here's your Shy buff right now. Damn, okay. I like it, guys. I like it. It's simple, clean. Okay, and it has some, you know, is that like a different... Okay, so I'm assuming they're doing the same thing with like the Badaka outfit and the snow outfit, right? Where they have like different versions of it. I do like the backpack. Wait, they need to add a selfie, like a selfie function in BDO.
The official name of this outfit is Lookin' Frosh. Just like the name, it's fresh, youthful,
Lookin'
and
Frosh.
fits right in
Okay.
anywhere.
Looking frosh, guys.
And jeans are all about how they look from the back, right? So,
Yeah.
our art team really focused on the silhouette to
Yeah.
make sure it looks great at a glance.
Yeah, the
They
cake.
put a lot of care and effort into it.
The care into the
fabric
cake.
also
yeah.
takes dye really well.
Yeah, the dyes are
So you
amazing.
can switch it up
Okay.
to white or black jeans too. The t-shirts is fully dyeable, and even the neckline
Oh,
can
okay.
be dyed separately.
Nice. So it might not be like multiple versions of the
So,
outfit. It could
you
just be
can
the one
add a
outfit
personal
with
touch
amazing
while keeping
dyes.
it simple. The default shoes are clean, classic sneakers, but you can also mix and match with high heels or other items to suit your style. This outfit is all about that clean, basic charm. We wanted to make sure.
Is this like a render? In-game render? Or is this like a... This is not a screenshot, right? This is just like someone drew this, because they're looking hotter than
it's
usual. What the
naturally
frick?
into the world of Black Desert, and we hope lots of you enjoy it.
Is this the Deadeye? Is this the Deadeye? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to like circle here. I meant to like...
Your support is what gives us the courage to try new things. We'll keep working to create more beautiful outfits. That's all for today's commentary. We always put in our best effort, but we can't help but feel like it's never quite enough. That's because we always want to do better and meet your expectations. Besides what we shared today, we've got a lot more in store. So, we ask for your continued support for Black Desert this year. And as usual, the Heidel Ball returns this summer.
Heidel Ball,
This
oh my
time,
gosh.
it'll be held in Daejeon, famously known as Korea's bread haven. It's the first time we're hosting it outside the capital
Daejeon
area,
mustard?
so we're really excited. We hope that excitement reaches not only the adventurers joining us in person, but also those tuning in online from all around the world. We'll make sure it's a great event. We'll share all the details, including the schedule, soon through the GM notes. I think that's a good place to wrap things up for today. We'll be back to share more exciting stories at the upcoming Heidel Ball. Thank you so much.
Okay. There we go, guys.